So 7-2, we are multiplying polynomials. Okay. Simplify, what's simplify mean? Okay, right here, under my simplify umbrella. What's step 1? Distribute. Then I do what? Combine like terms if I have them. If it says simplify, are we always going to distribute?
No.
Only when? Only when you have just parentheses. Okay, when it says simplify, are you always going to combine like terms? No. Only if what?
There's more than one.
More than one of the same what? Same letter and exponent. Okay? The only time you combine like terms is if you have multiple of the same letters and exponents. Okay? Alright, so step 1, distribute. Can I distribute on this problem?
Yes.
Yeah. Because why? It's got parentheses. And anytime we simplify, we want to get rid of those parentheses. Okay, now, if I draw an arrow on my paper, you have to draw an arrow on your paper. Does everybody understand? Okay? Because in a minute, I'm going to show you a trick that involves arrows. Okay, so I want you to get used to drawing them. So here we go. We're going to start with 3x, and I'm going to multiply that to x squared. So what is 3x times x squared? Well, I'm going to put a 1 out here because there's an imaginary 1. So what's 3 times 1? 3. Now, remember when we multiplied with exponents, so last unit, and we said you multiply the big numbers and then you do what to the little numbers? You add them. Okay, so how many x's do I have on the outside? 1. How many x's do I have on the inside? 2. So how many do I have total? 3. Okay. Then we do 3x times negative x. Well, this is really a negative 1. So what's 3 times negative 1? Negative 3. I have 1x on the outside, and I have 1x on the inside. So how many do I have total?
2.
X squared. Make sure you're writing with me. Then I do 3x times 2. So I do 3 times 2 is 6. I have 1x on the outside. How many do I have on the inside? 0. So how many do I have total? Just 1. Okay, step 2 is combining your like terms. Do I have any? No. No. They all have an x, but they all have different exponents, so they're not like terms. This is my answer. Okay. Questions? Are we good? Okay. Number 2. Simplify. Do I need to distribute? Yes, because why? There's parentheses. So I'm going to start with negative 2x and multiply that to x squared. So I do negative 2 times 1. What's negative 2 times 1?
Negative 2x.
Negative 2. How many x's do I have total?
3.
1 and 2 give me 3. Okay? That right there is a big mistake that happens all the time. Okay, so you need to watch out for it. When you're multiplying with x's, people might just say this is x squared because there's only an x squared in here. But in reality, you have an x on the outside and 2 on the inside. That makes 3. Okay, that's a big mistake that people make. Then I have negative 2x times negative 4x gives me, well, negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. Positive 8. And how many x's do I have total?
2.
So x squared. Good. Then I have negative 2x times 6. Well, negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. And how many x's do I have total? 1 on the outside, 0 on the inside. So total I have 1. Can I combine like terms? No. Okay. Now, well, we'll move on. Oh, yeah, I'll talk about it in just a second. Okay. Questions on the first 2?
No.
We're good? All right, number 3. What's different?
Negative 2.
2 what?
Right out of problem.
2 sets of parentheses, right? So how many times am I going to distribute? Twice. Okay. So this is really like 2 problems in 1. Shh. Stop. Okay. First, I'm going to do this problem. Okay, distribute this one. And then I focus on this one and distribute the second one. So it's really like you're taking two problems and putting it in one. So I'm starting with the 3. 3 times 7x is 21. And how many total x's do I have? Just one. Then I do 3 times negative 5. Negative 15. Do I have any x's? No. Then I move to the next set of parentheses. Negative 2 times x squared is what? Negative 2x squared. Good. Then I do negative 2 times negative 3. Plus 6. Make sure you're drawing my arrows. Okay? Draw those arrows. They help you. Okay. Now, this is kind of new right here, this part that I'm about to show you. Okay? Look up here. These are written in the correct order. Okay? There is a specific order that you're supposed to write your answers in. Okay? And that order goes, look up here, Ethan, Giselle, Donovan. The order goes the highest exponent, then the next highest exponent, and then what's really right here? A 1. Then the next highest exponent, and then just your number on the end without any x's. Okay, does everybody see that? So this is in the correct order. This one is also in the correct order. 3, 2, 1, and then if it had just a regular number, it would go back here, plus or minus like a 2. Okay? So now, what's my next step on this problem? Combine like terms. So as I'm combining like terms, I'm going to go ahead and start with my highest exponent. So what's my highest exponent? Negative 2x squared. So I'm going to circle it. Okay? That's my highest exponent. Does it have a like term? No. So I need to bring it down. And I'm going to write it first because it's my highest exponent. Okay? Then I go to what? The regular x's, which is 21x. Does it have a like term? No. So it gets brought down and it's a positive 21x. Then I move to the regular numbers, which is negative 15 plus 6, and that gives me negative 9. Ooh, and that's my answer. And it's in order. 2, 1, and then a regular number. 0. All right? So today I want you to focus on making sure that you're writing them in the correct order. Okay, I haven't made a big deal out of it because I just wanted you to get that skill down. But now hopefully we've learned how to distribute and combine like terms. Now we need to move on and make sure the next step is putting them in the right order. Okay, number 4. How many sets of parentheses do I have? 2. How many times am I going to distribute? 2. All right, here we go. 3 times x squared is 3x squared. Everybody write with me and make sure you're writing your arrows. 3 times negative 2x. Negative 6x. 3 times 1. Positive 3. Okay, that's my first set of parentheses. Now I'm going to distribute my second set of parentheses. And what am I going to distribute? A negative 1. So negative 1 times x. It's negative 1x. Do you have to write the 1? No, but I do have to write the negative x. And then negative 1 times negative 7 is positive 7. Okay, we distributed. Now we have to combine like terms. Okay, start with your highest exponent, which is 3x squared. Does it have a like term? Nope, bring it down. All right, now what? Cameron, right with me. Regular x's, so negative 6x and negative x. And that gives me, good, negative 7x. And then my regular numbers, 3 and 7, give me 10. And that's my answer. You guys are doing good. Okay, so that right there is pretty much, you should already know how to do this. Okay, we've done this before. Okay? Huh?
Like the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a while, so that's kind of why we're reviewing. Okay? Now, this right here is new. Oh, Danny!
Love you, sweetheart.
Love you. They smell so good. Okay. Okay, number 5. Why is number 5 different?
There's not any numbers outside. Because it's not number 4.
What else is different? If you look at, this is 7-1 we did last time you were here. There's a lot on this paper, I know. But if you look at just the problem.
There's no numbers outside. There's no additional
There's no
sign.
exponent.
Okay,
No
hold on.
additional sign.
Shh, hold on. Yes, Levi's right. See what's in between the parentheses here? A plus sign. See that? So we were adding them. Now, look at this one, number 2 or 3 on last time's notes. What's in between these?
Minus.
A minus sign. Does everybody see that? Yeah. What we've done in the past is we've had plus and minus signs on the in between them, so we were distributing a 1. Now, today, this is the new step. It's really important that you know how to do. Do I have a plus or a minus sign between them? No. So if 2 sets of parentheses are touching with no symbol, what does that mean we're doing? Multiplying. Okay. Now, I call this double distribute. Okay? Double distribute. What's double mean? 2. Okay? 2. So how many times am I going to distribute? Twice. 2 different times. Completely. Okay? Now, I'm going to draw a lot of arrows. I'm going to teach you kind of a rhythm of doing this with arrows. The people who don't draw their arrows, trust me, I've done this. I've watched 500 kids do this every year, okay? The people that don't draw their arrows are the ones that don't do it right. They're the ones that make simple mistakes, okay? I don't make you do things just to make you do them. I make you do them because there's a reason behind it, okay? To make sure that you're doing it correctly. So, we're going to double distribute, and when I draw an arrow, I want you to also draw an arrow, okay? So, I'm going to start with this X, all right? When you distribute, all right, you're going to the next set of parentheses. So, this X is going to be multiplied to the first number in the next set of parentheses. So, X times X is what? X squared. Because how many X's do I have? 2. Okay? We're multiplying. Then, my next arrow. Notice how I did one arrow and then wrote the answer. Okay? Then I draw my next arrow. X times 3. What's X times 3? 3X. So, positive 3X. And I wrote my answer. Okay? That's the first set of distributing. How many times are you going to distribute when you do double distribute? Twice. So that's the first way. Now, my next arrows are going to go on the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to do 4 times X. Well, what's 4 times X? Positive 4X. Make sure you're drawing your arrows just like I am. Okay? Then I do 4 times 3 is positive 12. So how many times do we distribute? Twice. Double distribute. Okay? Okay, I distributed everything. Now what do? Combine your like terms. All right. Start with your highest exponent. X squared. Does it have a like term? Nope. So we write X squared. Brought down. Then I move to my regular x's. 3x and 4x. Give me positive 7x. And then I just have a 12 that gets brought down. That's my answer. Okay, draw your arrows. All right, that's a lot of distributing. Make sure you draw those arrows. Okay, number 6. Am I going to double distribute on this one?
Yeah.
How do you know?
There's no sign of no.
Good. The arrows are, the parentheses are touching with no symbol. That means that we're going to be multiplying. And when you multiply, we distribute. Okay? So start with your first number, 3x. And where do I draw my arrow to? The 2x. So 3x times 2x. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. How many x's do I have? 2. Then I do 3x times negative 5 is negative 15x. Now what? Underneath arrows, right? Go to the negative 1 and go underneath. Negative 1 times 2x. Negative 2x. Negative 1 times negative 5 plus 5. Is this my answer? No. What do I do now? Combine like terms. Start with your highest exponent. 6x squared. No like terms, so it gets brought down. Then I have negative 15x and negative 2 give me negative 17. Good job, Meadow. And then 5 is by himself, so he just gets brought down. We're good? Is that scary?
No.
Okay. Questions? Nobody's got a question? Okay, number 7. Hi, welcome. Grab notes. Make sure you pay attention, because this is important. All right. Am I double distributing?
Yes.
Yes. How do I know?
No sign of no.
No sign in between the parentheses. Okay, so we're multiplying. All right, draw your arrows. 1 arrow, and then write the answer. 1 arrow, write the answer. Okay? So start with 2x. Focus. 2x times 2x gives me 4x squared. 3 times 2 is 4, and I have 2 x's, so I have to do x squared. Then 2x times 1 is positive 2x. Okay? Then we go underneath. I do not today. Thanks, girls. Okay. I did over the top. Now I go underneath. Negative 5 times 2x. Negative 10x. Negative 5 times 1. Negative 5. Okay, double distributed. Now we combine like terms. Start with your highest exponent. 4x squared. Does not have a like term, so it gets brought down. Then 2x and negative 10x is negative 8x. Good. And then minus 5. Good. You guys are doing good. Okay, number 8. Find the area of the rectangle below. All right, how do you find the area? A equals length times width. So let's say this is my width and this is my length. What do? Multiply. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to plug them into the equation. So what's got to go around them? Parentheses. And my parentheses are going to touch because I'm multiplying. So start with your length. 4x plus 3. Then the parentheses have to touch because they're multiplying. 5x minus 2. Now, before I start, would it be okay if I switched my length and width? What if I would have made this my width and this my length? Would anything have changed? No. Your final answer would be the same if you do it correctly. Okay? When you double distribute and you get your answers down here, like this line right here, now this would be out of order. Okay, but once you combine your like terms, it should all be the same. Okay, here we go. Now, parentheses are touching with no symbols, so I need to double distribute. So 4x times 5x is 20x squared. Make sure you put that squared. That's a big common mistake. 4x times negative 2. Negative 8x. Then I go underneath. 3 times 5x. Positive 15x. 3 times negative 2. Negative 6. Last but not least, we need to combine like terms, which is negative 8x and 15x. So I'm left with 20x squared plus 7x minus 6. Negative 8 and 15 give me 7. Leo, are you writing with me? You writing with me?
No.
You should be. Okay, now number 9. I want to change something before we work it. This should say find the area of a square. Square. Find the area of a square. Okay, what do you know about a square? All sides are the same, okay? How do I find the area of a square? A equals length times width, correct. Okay. Do I know the length?
Yes.
Do I know the width?
Yes.
Yes, they're the same because it's a square. And I'm multiplying, so I need to do 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. My parentheses are touching with no symbol, so this is multiplication. Double distribute. 2x times 2x, or x squared. 2x times negative 3, negative 6x. Negative 3 times 2x, negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 3, positive 9. Combine your like terms, negative 6x and negative 6x. So I'm left with 4x squared. Negative 6 and negative 6 gives me negative 12x plus 9. Questions? How do you feel? Was this hard?
Fairly good.
Think you can do it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's practice.